Thank you for joining me today, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. So if you think you've got modern dating figured out, think again, because today we're tackling the wild, exhausting and often ridiculous world of dating apps, late night messages and emotional dead ends. And we are doing it with a little help from the ever brilliant Paloma Faith, who I completely adore. But first, let's make a deal. If you've ever wasted a night on someone who made you wish you'd just stayed at home with a pizza box, hit that subscribe button right now, because trust me, you're not alone. So let's get into it. We're talking about Paloma Faith's post-breakup awakening. Paloma is such a powerhouse. She is an amazing vocalist and songwriter, a talented actress, and now an accidental spokesperson for everyone trying to navigate the emotional circus of dating after a breakup. It's not easy. Here's the setup. She leaves a decade-long relationship and steps back into the dating pool, only to find it's not so much a pool as a murky puddle filled with people who aren't looking for anything serious and throw words around like boundaries without having a clue what boundaries actually are. Sound familiar? She's described her free time as sacred, as it is for so many busy single mums and professional women, but yet she's spending that precious time on dates that leave her feeling resentful and angry and, let's face it, exhausted. I mean, who can blame her? Imagine working all week, juggling responsibilities, getting your hair done, squeezing into Spanx, only for the big night to end with a flippant, emotionally unavailable person asking if you're okay to split the bill. Ugh, I think that it's probably happened to the best of us. But Paloma doesn't just rant about bad dates though. She goes deeper, pointing out the illusion that these apps create. An illusion that we're all more connected than ever, but in reality, we're just tapping away, building shallow interactions that never lead to anything real. She brilliantly calls it the constant carousel of suitors. You swipe, you match, you message, and then what? They're gone. Or worse, they're messaging 5 other girls at the same time. Yeah. It's no wonder so many of us feel like we're stuck in a cycle of rejection and wasted energy. So let's talk about the psychology of modern dating. I mean, luckily for me, I'm in a relationship now, but I remember how awful and emotionally draining and exhausting it was. So let's break it down. Psychologists call it decision fatigue. The sheer number of options, the endless swiping, makes it harder to commit to anyone. You think, well, what if there's somebody better, like just one swipe away? And then there's the fear of vulnerability. Paloma hit the nail on the head when she said no one's willing to break the fourth wall and actually get to know each other. We're also guarded. We're also scared of getting hurt, that we never show up as our true selves. Wise words from Miss Paloma Faith. She also says that it's not that people don't want love, it's that they're afraid of it. And that fear is ruining the game for all of us. So yeah, let's go back a few years ago to when I was dating. When I was a dating columnist for the Daily Mail. Yeah, so I want to tell you my own brush with the madness of internet dating. There was this guy. Let's call him Mr. Promising. We'd been chatting for a few weeks. Great banter, similar interests, and I was a little excited, which, to be honest, is rare. He was an indie movie director. We set a date and I arrived early. I sat at the table, ordered a drink. 15 minutes passed, 30 minutes passed. Then came the text. Oh, sorry, I don't think I can make it. Hope you're not too upset. Let that sink in. Too upset? Darling, I was furious. Not just because you stood me up, because I wasted an evening that could have been spent with friends or curled up in my pajamas eating my entire body weight in chocolate. Important things. But here's the thing. It taught me a valuable lesson. Never let somebody else's flakiness define your worth, because trust me, it's not about you. It's about their inability to handle real connection. Honestly, it's so exhausting, but how do you thrive in the modern dating world? Okay, let's get clear. Let's try and be practical. If you're out there navigating this mess, here's how to protect yourself and your most important asset, which is your time. Guard your energy. If somebody's draining you, whether it's endless messaging with no action or constant excuses, cut them off, because you don't have time for energy vampires. Quality over quantity, okay? Focus on meaningful conversations with people who actually want to meet. If they're serious, they'll show up. Think about apps like Meetup, where you actually meet people in person in groups. And then think about boundaries. Use no and use it liberally. Your time is precious and you don't owe anyone endless chances, especially when they've cancelled a few times. I think the thing is to stay hopeful. You know, keep your standards high, but don't let cynicism take over. Okay, so if we close the circle and come back to Paloma, I think that her advice is all about knowing your own value when you're dating. And Paloma's story reminds us that while modern dating can feel like a losing game, it's not all bad. She hasn't given up hope, and neither should you. As she said, if you can experience true connection even once or twice in your life, you've hit the jackpot. And that's what makes all the swiping, ghosting and terrible first dates worth it. So I'd love to hear your dating horror stories in the comments below. But if you've been there, if you've felt the frustration of modern dating, share this video, tag a friend who needs the laugh, and don't give up hope, because he's out there somewhere. I know he is. So trust me, we've only scratched the surface. So tune in next week for more of the same. Bye.